When you say, "I cannot stand for men to be in control of women," how can you support the Muslim and Islamic people who are going to make you cover your head and also mutilate you in that country so that you do not have an orgasm? How can you support them? All of you who even are man haters, you hate men, and you support these people who you say are peaceful? How do you explain why you hate the Jews, the Israelites, the ones who were promised by God? Give one good reason. You can't answer that. How can you support all of Persia? That includes Iran, that includes all of that territory. How can you support them when they believe in killing, murdering women, raping children, boys and girls, beheading babies? They've been doing this for centuries. They hate the Jews. This is between two brothers, Ishmael and Isaac. Ishmael was already promised by God that he would be blessed, but God also said that Ishmael and his descendants, his children, his grandchildren, their grandchildren, would always have strife with every man on earth. But he also mentions in the Bible that Ishmael had trouble with his brother. That's his half-brother, right next door, Israel. So my question is, why do you hate the Jews? What is your reason? Do you really think that the God those people are serving is the true living God? Because if so, if you believe that, then you are a murderer along with them, and a thief, and a rapist, and abuser of children and women, and that makes no sense to me why you would want to support that. Tell me one time that you ever saw, read, heard, or knew that an Israelite would ever hold someone hostage, torturing them, murdering their children in front of them, raping their children in front of them, raping their wives in front of them. Tell me one time. God issued the 10 Commandments. Ishmael's descendants are not following them. Yet, they still call Abraham their father too. God knew, and so who did he promise? He promised Abraham's son, Isaac. That promise included land and many blessings. Ishmael could have had many of those blessings, but God saw his heart. Remember, we aren't to lean to our own understanding. God knows things before we do. He created us. He knows your brain. He created science. He created math. Everything that we know, God had already known. Everything that we do and say, God already knows. Everything that we think we have invented, God has already done it. It's already mentioned in the Bible, all of the things to come, rumors of wars, real wars, actual wars, wars coming, wars actually going on, and there is going to be that one big war that all countries will be involved. This could be it. This is the time to give your life to Christ, because I know when you read, when you hear about the Old Testament, people take things out of context. Yes, God is a God of wrath and God is a God of love. But God also made a change when he brought in his son, because he said our sin was a stench to his nostrils. He was either going to wipe us all out, maybe even start over, or he was going to make a decision to do what he just did, and that's what he did. He gave his son, Jesus, so that we can be forgiven. In the very old times of the Bible, in the Old Testament, God did allow his people who were promised to fight and grab that land that they were promised. So they did that. And Ishmael's people want it. It was never theirs. So make sure you really know the Bible and really know history before you make judgment, because I am hearing so many out of this world sayings about something they think they heard or they think they know. And it's almost like they are the same people who say, well, you know, what comes around goes around. Oh, that's karma. Confucius said it first. No, God said it first. You will reap what you sow. The only thing I can think of at this point, through God, through the Holy Spirit, is that the devil is now doing his part, like foretold in the Bible, that he would do, and that is to make war. He wants God's people dead, and that includes the followers of Christ. He wants us to be discouraged. He wants us to fall away. He wants us to be in hell.
And details on the Hamas assault inside Israel, including a disturbing video taken by the attackers themselves as they rampaged through Israeli homes, killing on sight, and then being killed.
The question tonight, rearing Israel, is one of them. How it was that Hamas was able to...
They were shooting the people in the bathroom stalls. Remember, salvation means to be saved from something. Salvation means saved from hell.
And this was all done on the seventh day. On the third day, I created the moon.
God bless Israel. We're praying for everybody.